Grand Rising, beautiful family. It's Retta's Recovery Reminders. It's Retta. Ratchet's on the floor down there eating breakfast. I took a day off yesterday. I've been feeling really stuffy in my head. The pressure in the air has been really high. So I believe that that's what it is. But I went out kayaking on Saturday and had a really great day. Today is the 27th. I can't believe May is almost over. I am now receptive to the idea that a spiritual path is a heart-centered path that cannot be found in a book. This is the most important thing. It's true. It's only within ourselves that we find our spiritual journey and our recovery. Intellectual spirituality will not serve you, will not save you. People often, I can't read this. Hold on. Okay, sorry. It's really a little dark in here this morning, so. People often turn to the spiritual path in an attempt to find the deeper meaning of life. People usually look to things spiritual in order to gain a better understanding of things physical. The search may begin with a book or a seminar or a profound personal experience that leads to the reading of a book or attending some sort of gathering where things of a spiritual nature are being discussed and explored. Usually, what is read or what is heard strikes a chord somewhere deep in your inner self. And the person knows that they are onto something. This onto something feeling usually results in the reading of more books, the attending of more seminars, and the broadening of the search to discover more materials that will deepen the feeling of being on the spiritual path. It's nice and it may be fulfilling for a while, but ultimately it can become an intellectual rather than a spiritual experience. This is not to say that you should not read things of a spiritual nature, nor does it mean that you should not attend events with intentioning of broadening your spiritual understanding. This is to say clearly and openly that reading books, writing notes on index cards, professing to know what you have read and written will not save you. Knowing what to do and doing it are not the same. Reading leads to knowing, doing leads to experience, and only your own experience will ultimately save you. This is it. Until today, you may have believed that all you needed was an in-depth knowledge of spiritual principles and ideals. Just for today, practice grounding your spiritual philosophy in your heart. Don't forget, ask the Holy Spirit to assist you in discovering whether or not you are on the path that is most beneficial to you. Today, I am devoted to getting grounded on a spiritual path that is heartfelt and heart-centered. And that is so true. When I realized the fall wasn't like a fall, it was the fall from our heart to our head. We got into thinking logically instead of using our heart in our decision making. And when we start to use our heart in our decision making, that's when things get real. Okay, that's the real life, is when you are living from your heart center and you run everything through your heart. Whatever you say, when you react, no matter what, your decisions are yours, how you react. I'm sorry, the light is bad in here, so the camera's kind of having trouble, but this is really important. When you get into your spiritual practice, you have to do the meditation and the yoga each day to get into yourself. Get to know who you are and what you want. And only when you are in alignment with that will you be able to live a good whole life that actually feels fulfilling. I promise. My life is so fulfilling now. Now that I know that I have people that need me and want me, and they tell me this. I don't have to guess if the person that I'm with like wants me around. You know, that it was so hard being in that kind of relationship. That love-hate relationship, that's abuse. That's not love. Those people, I have a lot of compassion in my heart because they weren't taught to love properly. But if they're not willing to learn, if they think they know everything there is to know about everything there is, then they're not teachable. And that's the gist of it. I love you all. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Memorial Day. I had a little cry earlier. My cousin was killed in Afghanistan years back. Um, sergeant. He was a sergeant in the army, I believe. And yeah, it's sad. I don't believe in the military. I believe they're fighting wars for other people's bull poo, but that's not here or there. I won't go into that. I love you guys. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. Peace. Be a blessing.